The KwaZulu-Natal government is encouraging traditional leaders to play a more active role in the fight against gender-based violence. The province has one of the highest rates of GBV in the country, and it wants traditional leaders to help change the mindset of men. A briefing by various groups in eThekwini unpacked initiatives that will be implemented to fight the scourge and support victims as well as their families. Our reporter Nqobile Madlala is there and joins us to give us the very latest. Nqobile, what exactly is it that traditional leaders can do to assist in the scourge of GBV? A very good morning to you, by the way.
Good morning, Rafiwa. Well, from what we have heard in the past, you will remember that at some point we were even at the King's homestead and we were told that women in KZN have been asking that traditional leaders be in the forefront. But the idea is that the influence on the ground that they hold is very important. And for the province, because it's mostly reliance on those leadership, this would mean that there is more people that are on the ground that are fighting against the scourge, but also it would mean that they would appeal more to men. But today we have heard, Rafiwa, that on the 12th of November there's going to be a massive march where some of these traditional leaders are also going to be part of. And to unpack that, we've got the Goodman Foundation to sort of give us an idea. You started by reading a statement from the King. Perhaps give us an idea, what is he saying in terms of this march and why is it important for this march to happen?
Well, the king, Mrs. Zulukazwelithini, upon ascending on a throne, has made a call to all men, to all formations, business, civil society, traditional leaders, to heed the call of fighting gender-based violence and femicide. So on the 12th of November, it is a response to that call by His Majesty, where on the 12th of November at Hollywood Bets Kingsmead Stadium, where men will gather. Obviously, the program will begin with a march from Dr. Prixley Street in West Street at King Dinizulu Park, and it will proceed all the way to Samora Marshall, where it's going to turn and then go to the stadium. And at the arrival of the stadium is where the program will commence.
But why is this march important? Why is it important for men to be marching? And is that all they're going to be doing?
For many years, women have been in the forefront, fighting gender-based violence and creating awareness programs, and the male sector has been left behind. And the purpose of the Goodman Foundation has been to accelerate the active participation of men in being a solution. So part of the march is to demonstrate that it's not just we say enough is enough, but we are involved on the ground in creating awareness and in creating educational programs that impact men to understand what should be their role in their families, what should be their role in communities, and in building our society at large.
And I mean, on the 12th of March, how many people can we expect? Are they going to be bussed here?
On the 12th of March, we're expecting...
November, sorry.
Sorry, on the 12th of November, we are expecting over 15,000 people. There is religious formations that are coming through. We have the universities that are going to be busing students. We have Amabuto that are coming through, and members of the community in general. It's an open program. It's free, although it's... yes, yeah.
All right. Thank you very much. I want to bring in Umamwezile. Mamwezile, I was with you at the King's homestead, and you were saying to us that as the females in the province, you were asking that the King plays a role in ensuring that the scourge ends in this province. Is there something that the King can do, and is there something that this march can potentially do?
We're definitely sure that this is going to work. That now that men are getting involved and there's awareness, and the King has mentioned it when he was being given the certificate at the Moses Mabhida Stadium. we are happy that he is part of this, because as the king and the leader in our province of the traditional leadership, he will definitely work with us. We will definitely work with him to ensure that we go to the rural areas where people haven't been, and make everybody aware, and that people will listen to our king when he speaks, and the efforts of the Goodman Foundation and all other NPOs that are doing this work will make a difference in the province.
And I mean, the scourge, we're seeing quite a number of cases, 2 women who have also been killed. We've seen one that is currently happening in Richmond as well, where there's a woman that was also chopped up, and all sort of things that are happening. Are you worried as a female at this point that the province is faced with such a big scourge, and that it might not just be a one-day program that will assist?
No, it's not going to be a one-day program, because this is very bad, especially in our province. We want to make sure that we get to every corner, working together with the provincial government, working together with national government and the local government sphere, and also all other stakeholders. We join hands to ensure that we fight the scourge and make sure that we assist the people who are in trouble, the people who are faced with gender-based violence, make them aware that there is help out there. Because the other problem is that people don't know that there is help out there. So the Goodman Foundation is also offering some help as well to people who are affected by the gender-based violence.
Mama, we heard from Uba Vivian Reddy just talking about the fact that there's a role that businesses can play in fighting these issues. What sort of role do you think that businesses can play?
As I was saying, that we all have to come together and ensure that we fight the scourge. You know, when we are faced with this scourge, we need resources. Definitely the organizations will not have enough resources. That's why we're saying government must, private sector must also get involved in the fight against the scourge by offering resources to work so that all the NPOs at the Goodman Foundation do its work properly. We will be happy if they join us, because it's the people who go to their businesses, their shops, their restaurants, and wherever. They then must also plow back to the community by assisting in the fight against the scourge.
Thank you very much. Well, that's Goodman Foundation, as well as Mwezile, speaking to us about that fight against the scourge. But Rufio, what they're saying is that on the 12th of November, they're expecting thousands of people. They are going to be part of that march, where they are going to be marching against gender-based violence. But now they're specifically rolling in men, and they're saying there is a role that men must play, but there's also a role that business must play in ensuring that people understand how important it is to fight against gender-based violence.